Fuck it. I don't have an intro made, so let's just do some wannabe gangster shit real quick. Fuck it. Let's go.
Welcome to Nahh B, covering sports of all sorts. If there's any breaking news, you know we got the report. Our one and only goal is to make this your podcast resort. Get you your favorite team updates, both on and off of the court. Breaking down everything, NFL, NBA, MMA. Not much a soccer fan, but might even cover Team USA. Is KD leaving Golden State? Is Jordan really the GOAT? Is LeBron comfortable in LA? We'll keep the team afloat. If GSP fights Khabib, will he fight him toe to toe? And a Wilder Fury rematch, who's always gonna go? We'll cover everything and anything you wanna know. Whatever it may be, we'll break it all down on the show.
Shit, man, I'm excited, dog. I'm a big fan of yours, yo. Shit. All right, man. So I'm just gonna do a quick introduction, then we get rolling. Got just quick 10 questions for you.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Cool. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Nahh B podcast. I am your host, Nahh B. Today is another fighter interview segment. Today I am very excited to announce that my guest is former UFC fighter and now current bare knuckle boxing championship fighter, Jim Alers. My brother, how you doing?
What's up, everybody? How you doing?
Good, man. Fucking damn, man. I'm all nervous. I was all like good before you answered, and I'm all nervous all over again, dog. I'm a big fan. I'm like fanboying out.
Appreciate it.
Shit. But all right, man. I'm gonna just start off. I always start the interviews with the same question. Regarding health, I know you made quick work in your last fight, pretty much. But how you feeling? Any nagging injuries right now, or are you just chilling?
No, man, I'm definitely been blessed by God to probably be the only guy to walk out of 3 bare knuckle boxing fights and just be good, man. I can still model, my face is pretty, man, basically unscratched, my hand, it's a little swollen, Lane had a big hard head, man. So, definitely swole my hands up a bit, but I think I'll be ready to go.
Other than your hands, you're all good?
Yeah, other than that, I'm good.
I got you. Cool. So for all the listeners and watchers out there who pretty much only know you as a fighter, including myself, would you mind telling us about yourself, like your upbringing before taking the route of combat sports?
Yeah, for sure, man. I grew up, in a bigger family. We had I have 2 brothers, 2 sisters, my mom and dad. We grew up in, 2-bed, 1-bath house, so it was always packed, and a lot of sharing and whatnot, and just coming up, man, I was just a shy kid. I got bullied and stuff a lot, and just went the wrong route, I would say. Thought I was like a little thug, I guess, doing a lot of bad things, and I found wrestling.
Just got mixed up in the wrong crowd.
Yeah, and once I found wrestling, it kind of helped me out that way, scholastic wise and whatnot. So started caring a little bit more. I had to do good in school so I can wrestle. I really like to wrestle.
What grade was it when you picked up wrestling, in high school or something?
Yeah, it wasn't even until it was like high school. So I only wrestled for 2.5 years or so, but I picked it up really fast.
Gotcha.
And then right after that, I was like, don't really want to wrestle anymore. It's pretty hardcore. I was in college. I was like, I want to do something else, but I missed that competition. I found jiu-jitsu, and I liked it. It was a lot like wrestling, but not as hardcore, I'd say.
Right.
And then from there, man, I just was intrigued by the idea of would jiu-jitsu work in a real fight. Found MMA, started doing MMA, and the rest is history from there, man.
I got you. Yeah, that was actually going to be my next question. What really was it that got you, that interested to pick up combat sports? It was jiu-jitsu that really did it for you?
Yeah, I would say jiu-jitsu. I even though in high school when we were wrestling, Kimbo Slice was popular, and being from South Florida, I was watching his YouTube videos and everything, and I'm like, oh man, so me and my friends would have like, we'd call them friendly fights, bare knuckle friendly fights in people's yards, and we'd film them. People would bet on them.
Oh shit.
And, yeah, a lot of us wrestlers, we challenge just anybody, man. We challenge, hey, you want to fight? Let's do it, man. Then we'd fight and just shake it up after, and that was it, man, just for the fun of it.
Just go. Yeah, it sounds like me and my friends, man. It's fucking fun times. Oh shit. With you having a 2-year stint in the UFC, how could you describe your experience with the company, and what would you say the main differences are with how they run shit and how BKFC does, besides obviously the fight style?
Man, all right, how can I explain it? Working for the UFC, especially, man, unless you are one of those big name guys right now that are out there, you're just
It's rough.
yeah, you're just a like
You're just
worker,
a filler.
man.
Yeah, you're
You're
just a filler.
man. And it's you're working for a big corporation. If Dana White knows your name, that means like, hey, you're doing something. But the majority of the people, they're just working their way up to that, and you're never really talking to the big guys, maybe email here and there, but
Right.
that's it, where right now with bare knuckle, they're doing a lot of big things, but they're still growing, but I'm talking to David Feldman one-on-one. We talk about things. Everyone there, they treat you almost like, they're excited to have you there, your family. So it's still growing. So this is the time for, people like myself to become like the Chuck Liddell of
Right.
Knuckle, to become, those guys that are
Like a
legendary.
pioneer. Be the pioneer of it.
I definitely feel I will be a pioneer that people will be talking about me, because this sport's growing, man. It's popular, it's fast paced, it's what people want to see.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, man. And with you already being like one of the main faces of the company, it's only right that you do so. But with you dabbling in MMA already and having 19 fights under your belt, what made you transition into bare knuckle boxing, and made you really want to jump into this and get right at it?
I think in August I fought in Russia, and I ended up losing. I lost by submission. First time I was ever put in a submission in 19 fights. I went up. I think I fought at 165 in Russia. Who knows? That guy was very strong, young guy.
And you usually fight at 145, no?
Yes.
Right.
But, I was just, I'm always down if someone's like, hey, we got to fight over here in this country. I want to explore and see things. So I'm always down to take on challenges. But I just didn't have a love for it anymore. I felt, it just felt I was going through the motions, didn't really enjoy it. So after that fight, I ended up retiring from MMA. Tried to make a comeback a couple times. Yeah, trying to make a comeback a couple times, but injuries and whatnot. Gotcha. And bare knuckle hit me up, and I was like, I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy, but
yeah, it's intense.
I really like the way like the pay structure was, and the idea of the 2-minute rounds. And so I was like, why not, man? I want to be known as the guy that tried it all. So I went and gave it a try. Luckily for me, it worked out. Quick knockout. And, in my mind, I was mentally prepared for a war. I was mentally prepared to come out there looking messed up and everything.
Right. But some old like backyard scrap shit.
It worked out. So I was like, well, I mean, the pay was great. They treated me well. I was like, since I'm not beat up, I might as well do it again. Right. And ended up taking that Garcia fight on like 4 weeks notice. They needed someone to fill in. I did it, and again, kind of walked out of that one on scratch and won in devastating fashion. And I was just like, man, I might as well keep riding this roller coaster, and see what happens. So I've just been enjoying it, man. I like the 2-minute rounds. I have a very fast pace. I don't even feel like I need to rest in between those rounds. I can go, over and over, as we proved in this last fight that it went past the first round, and I still came back with that same intensity.
I got you. Like one of the main reasons that you're one of my favorites in BKFC is because you come in like not as like a brawler, but a technical brawler. You know what I mean? You use your
Controlled chaos, man. I call it controlled chaos.
right, yeah, like you use your opponent's aggression against them, and you know, I mean, it like I said, just technical brawling. When you signed up for this, did you know that this was gonna be how it was gonna play out, or is it just how shit's just falling in place?
Man, it was funny. I contacted my boxing coach, and I'm like, "Hey, we're gonna do this." He's like, "Man, I mean, how do we even prepare for this?" And we were just throwing some ideas around,
Some
and
blood sport training and shit.
yeah, I was just like, man, to me, watching it, the guys who try to box, they come out. They usually go 5 rounds.
Hmm.
They might get the decision win. They both get beat up a little bit.
Right.
I'm like, man, I'm just gonna look at it as a street fight. Most street fights, you get in there and you try to throw as much as you can, as fast as you can, as accurately as you can before it
Mhm.
gets broken up. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go out there. I'm strong from the clinch. I really like the idea that we can clinch up. I
Mhm.
always liked boxing and MMA,
Yep.
and so I was like, hey, let's give it a try. Let's see what happens, and it worked out. And everyone knows what I'm gonna do. I tell it, hey, I'm gonna come at you. I'm gonna throw hard. I'm gonna throw fast. I'm gonna clinch up, and I'm gonna throw punches. I mean, last 3 fights, I'm throwing that uppercut. I'm gonna release a video of just how what I practice, I put into effect in the fights. Like I said, it's controlled chaos. It may look like, oh, he's just throwing whatever, but I'll show
Oh no,
you.
I see it, bro. I see it. I see it.
We're working these combos, these uppercuts to break away straight crosses, how to tie up, leading with the uppercuts. Like I did in the Lane fight, I had to adjust to lead with the uppercut and follow on that one. But it's all things that we work.
Yeah, that lane fight was just it was beautiful destruction, as Cub Swanson would say. You know what I mean? Like it was perfect. It was a perfect performance, even though it went past the first round. You know what I mean? I feel like you barely took any damage, clearly, as I could see. But you know what I mean? Like, so with you, are you planning on taking another fight this year? With you fighting 3 times already, or are you gonna like take a little mini vacation?
So I was just watching a interview or whatnot with David Feldman, and he did mention this will be the last show in November, the
Mhm.
Jason Knight versus Artem, and they will be coming to Fort Lauderdale in February, which
Oh, this
is
is the
where
last show of the year.
yeah. So
Oh,
this is the last show of the year. I'm gonna be going out there to Mississippi to watch the fight. I don't know, I'm not gonna say anything is in effect, nothing signed or whatnot, but I am going out to Mississippi to watch that Jason Knight Artem fight. They're sending me out there, and then February 1st they're bringing it bare knuckle to Fort Lauderdale, my hometown. So we'll see what happens, man. I'd love to fight for the title in my hometown. That'd be great.
is the Jason Knight and Artem fight for a title?
No, no, no.
It's not,
This is
right?
just like a rematch, I guess. These are really, that's the big fight that supposedly, it like made bare knuckle. It was bloody. It was 5 rounds.
Yeah, I know about the rematch and everything. I didn't know if like they're making this one for a title.
No,
I honestly don't know how
so
the title thing works.
right. I don't know. I mean, I guess they can make anything for a title. UFC does it. They'll put whoever they want to fight for the title. But
A
I'm not sure.
title, a title that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got you.
But I don't know. I don't know what their plan is on this one, but I know that I'll be out there. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see if it's one of them or if it's somebody new coming in. But I think I definitely deserve that title shot. I don't know if I might fight again unless I get that title shot.
Hmm,
So we'll see.
I got you. How does weight classes work over there? Like, what are the weight classes?
Yeah, I'm not, man. Honestly, I don't. I know I fight at 155 pounds. I'm not
Oh,
really
that's
in.
what you're weighing over there?
Yeah, that's what I'm fighting over
I
there.
got you, got you, got you.
So it's been awesome. Fighting at 155, I don't have to cut as much weight. I walk around 165.
Got you.
And I just enjoy that more. I can concentrate more on training than dieting and cutting weight.
Right.
I don't think I've ever lost at 155. Even in MMA, I think in MMA I'm like 4-0, 5-0
Okay.
at 55. So definitely I found my home at this weight class. I feel comfortable. Don't feel like I'm dying through the weight cut. So
I
we'll
got
see.
you. I got you. You pretty much kind of answered like two of two of my last questions like a second ago, but I'm gonna ask them anyways. But so I'd hate for it to happen because you and him are two of my favorite fighters. But with you guys both being in the same company now, and with you guys already having one fight in the UFC, what are your thoughts on fighting Jason Knight one more time at in BKFC? You know, just act like you never said what you just said like 40 seconds ago.
No, but this is a good question too, because a lot of people have asked this one. Jason and I have kind of become friends and whatnot. He's the one who helped me get the Leonard Garcia fight. You know, he got hurt. He suggested my name.
Okay.
But I don't know. We'll see, man. I know at the end of the
Oh, you there?
A few moments later.
You all good now?
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool. All right. I'm gonna ask that last question one more time and act like I didn't do that again. So I hate for it to happen because you two are my favorite fighters in BKFC. But with you guys fighting before in the UFC, what are your thoughts on fighting Jason Knight in BKFC now, if it were to happen?
No, a lot of people have asked that question. You know, we had such a fun first fight. You know, it was very back and forth. Jason ended up winning by split decision in that first one.
You guys actually got fight of the night with that, right?
We got fight of the night too, man. It was an awesome fight. You know, I've always wanted to have that fight that people were like, man, that was the best fight of the night. So it was awesome to have it, even though I didn't get the win. It was Jason's night that night. But like I said, Jason and I have been we kind of built a little friendship. You know, he helped me get that Leonard Garcia fight after he got hurt. He mentioned my name. You know, I was able to get in there and showcase my skills. I don't know what David Feldman's plans are for after this fight, and who knows? These two might go in there and beat each other up again really bad and need some time off.
Right.
But I really love that Artem fight though. Instead, you know, like I said, I don't know who's gonna win the next fight. It was an awesome fight. I'm rooting for Jason, but I really rather have.
But a part of you wants Artem to win just for that.
Yeah, man. I just want to slap that little guy.
Do you have any animosity towards him or something, or it's just like?
I mean, it's more. I just want to be like, man, I don't understand the hype behind him. Really, man. I don't see it. I'm not impressed.
Right. It's mainly because of the fan base. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it has to be that. You know, I'm sure he's a nice guy. I'm sure.
Right. Yeah, that's what I get off him. Like, he's just put in a fucked up situation, being, you know, fucker's boy. But you know, it is what it is. But he has a pretty good personality and whatnot. But you know, I mean, I guess I can say I'm a fan of his. I'm not like a hardcore fan or anything. But yeah, a lot of people want to fight him though.
No, I mean that's the money fight right now, man. That's the one they're trying to push. So we want to be like, hey, man, look, you're pushing the wrong guy right now.
I feel you. I got you. You feel like he's taking the spotlight.
There you go, man.
I got you. You said you're gonna be at BKFC 9, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool, man. I'm actually flying down too to you know, kind of cover it. So hey, man, we should definitely run into each other, grab a drink or something while I'm there.
I'm down, man. I'm always down.
Oh, cool. All right, to wrap this up, I had a blast talking to you, brother. Again, I'm a big fan. Love watching you compete. It was an honor. I want to thank you again. I want to thank Vince for setting everything up. Before we wrap up, is there anything or anyone you want to give a shout out to, or anything you have going outside of combat sports that you want to mention?
Man, I just, always want to thank God for everything he's given me. It's been a roller coaster, man. And, I just having God back in my life has really helped. Having my wife there with me throughout my fights has just helped with my mind, man. It's something that I've been missing, and we're just out there having fun. And I just want to let other fighters know, man, just have your mind in the right place. Have fun. That's what it's all about. Win or lose, don't worry too much about that. Go out there, have a good time, and you'll see the wins come to you.
I got you. All right, man. Hey, man. Thank you for doing this, and I will definitely see you at BKFC 9. Thank you to all the watchers and listeners. I will see you guys next time. Jim, thank you, brother.
Later.
See ya.